Tonight, scandal rocking Hollywood as the fallout begins from Blake Lively's explosive allegations against co-star Justin Baldoni.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're detailing the feud between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, explaining the shocking accusations the Hollywood stars have levied against one another.
Justin Baldoni sues the New York Times for $250 million over the outlet's Blake Lively harassment story.
A positive front. Following the success of Colleen Hoover's It Ends With Us, filmmaker and actor Justin Baldoni's Wayfarer Studios secured the rights for a film adaptation of the best-selling novel. Blake Lively was later cast as the lead Lily, with Baldoni setting himself up to direct and star alongside the Gossip Girl alum. Hoover initially expressed excitement over the casting, calling Lively her, quote, dream Lily, and praised Baldoni as perfect for the character Ryle. While filming began in New Jersey in May 2023, it was temporarily halted due to the Hollywood Writers and Actors Guild strikes. But when the movie ultimately premiered in August of 2024, Baldoni lauded Lively's performance as a, quote, strong, funny, and intelligent heroine.
The beauty of what a flower is has been lost, right? It's like we order them like takeout now. It's
yes,
right? You know, so it's what you're talking about. It's highlighting the pain and the tension and the, you know, the fact that it's fleeting, it's storytelling, and I don't know, that's actually what I find beautiful about it.
The film, about a woman overcoming trauma and navigating complex love, became a box office hit, earning a whopping $351 million worldwide.
Are you happy?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just curious.
I wasn't.
Feud rumors. Rumors of a feud between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively began circulating on social media after the two oddly appeared to avoid each other during the film's promotional events.
This was your first time starring and directing.
Yeah, what was I thinking?
Observant fans soon noted that the actors did not follow each other on social media, with much of the cast discovered to be following Lively, but not Baldoni. TMZ began reporting that the tension stemmed from alleged incidents of, quote, fat-shaming, inappropriate comments, and Baldoni's, quote, prolonged kissing during scenes. Further speculation by outlets suggested the rift might have been caused by Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, being overly involved in the film's production. Unknown at the time, Baldoni took it upon himself to enlist a crisis management and PR firm to help him overcome the bad publicity.
They begged me to take that song out of the movie.
Why?
I'm not supposed to be talking about this.
Blake Lively's, quote, tone-deaf marketing?
Drama surrounding It Ends With Us has been all the talk lately, and unfortunately, with so much attention, Blake Lively has been put in the hot seat on social media.
During the It Ends With Us promotional tour, Blake Lively faced public backlash for a perceived insensitive approach to endorsing the film. Some critics called out her focus on marketing her beauty line during press interviews and for not directly addressing the film's important themes of domestic violence.
Blake is receiving backlash for responding to a serious question in reference to the theme of the movie, which is domestic violence with a joke.
So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Like asking for like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just location share you and then we could
Lively's social account saw a torrent of comments accusing her of misjudging the film's serious subject matter. In response, Lively shared a statistic on Instagram about domestic violence, aiming to highlight the issue. Meanwhile, her co-star Brandon Sklenar defended her, calling the criticism disheartening. However, amid the controversy, Norwegian journalist Kjersti Flå resurfaced a 2016 interview with Lively during the Café Society press tour, labeling it the experience that made her, quote, want to quit journalism.
She continued telling the outlet, quote, it made me feel like a complete failure. I kept going through the interview in my head afterwards, trying to figure out what I had said or done to make Blake and Parker behave like that. It made no sense to me.
Blake Lively sues Justin Baldoni.
I want a divorce.
Hey. Let's not.
Hey, yes.
In December 2024, a bombshell lawsuit from Blake Lively alleged that Justin Baldoni's behavior caused her, quote, severe emotional distress during their time working on It Ends With Us. The lawsuit states that Blake had a meeting to go over demands for her continued participation in the film. She asked that Baldoni stop discussing his alleged adult entertainment addiction and making comments about past, quote, sexual conquests.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You gotta stop. You have to stop this. Please.
What?
Staring at me like that and
I'm just looking at you.
Okay, you're just looking at me. Stop showing up at my flower shop and sending
My
me
sister works
flowers.
there.
Stop.
Blake also asked that he discontinue questioning her weight and mentioning her late father. It also called for no additional sex scenes or explicit content beyond what was in the approved script. It said that Sony Pictures, the film's distributor, agreed to these terms. However, Lively claims Baldoni retaliated by launching a, quote, smear campaign to damage her reputation.
This really reveals a new playbook. This raises questions about who else is sort of being targeted. I mean, to use their own language, they use the terms social manipulation.
Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Freeman, denies the allegations, calling them, quote, false, outrageous, and intentionally salacious.
An attorney for Baldoni calling the allegations categorically false.
He also accused Lively of creating issues on set, including threats to skip filming and promotional events, which he says contributed to the film's challenges upon release. The New York Times investigation.
The allegations first made public in a New York Times investigation by Megan Twohey, whose reporting on sex abuse in Hollywood helped trigger the Me Too movement.
Through obtaining private messages, an investigation by the New York Times suggests there was an alleged attempt to bury Blake Lively by Justin Baldoni. The report indicates that Justin Baldoni expressed dissatisfaction with managing the film's narrative during its press campaign.
It's really a story that raises questions about the integrity and authenticity of the online narratives that exist today and to what extent they're being manipulated by people for hire.
It's said that his crisis PR representative, Melissa Nathan, allegedly reassured him, stating, quote, "You know we can bury anyone." According to the Times report, Baldoni referenced a viral social media thread accusing another celebrity of bullying, suggesting this is what we would need. Nathan allegedly proposed hiring contractors to dominate social media by initiating, quote, full social account takedowns, creating threads of theories, and working to, quote, change the narrative. She reportedly emphasized that these actions would be, quote, most importantly, untraceable. Fallout and reactions. The fallout from these allegations against Justin Baldoni have led to many damning setbacks for the filmmaker and actor. His talent agency, WME, quickly parted ways with him following Blake Lively's lawsuit.
Talent agency giant WME telling the New York Times it dropped Baldoni from its roster, just one day after Lively filed a legal complaint accusing him of sexual harassment and retaliation.
Lively, however, remains represented by the agency alongside her husband, Ryan Reynolds. Furthermore, Vital Voices, an organization that had previously honored Baldoni for, quote, elevating women and helping to end domestic violence, rescinded his award in the aftermath of the suit. Support for Lively has poured in from notable figures, including It Ends With Us author Colleen Hoover, fellow actresses Gwyneth Paltrow, America Ferrera, Amy Schumer, and director Paul Feig, to name just a few. Blake's sister, Robin Lively, also voiced her support, writing on social media, "Finally, justice for my sister, Blake Lively." Meanwhile, Baldoni's lawyer said that the public backlash against Lively stemmed from her distasteful actions and marketing during the film's promotion, not from Justin. He defended the crisis PR firm, asserting that they acted as any crisis management company would under the circumstances.
Multiple demands and threats by Ms. Lively, which included her threatening to not show up to set, threatening to not promote the film, ultimately leading to its demise during release if her demands were not met.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Justin Baldoni sues the New York Times. Justin Baldoni is suing the New York Times for $250 million, alleging defamation over its December 2024 exposé. Baldoni is among 10 plaintiffs in the lawsuit, with others including the film's producers and publicists Jennifer Abel and Melissa Nathan.
The actor, among a group of 10 plaintiffs as seen in court documents published by Variety, has filed a $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times for their published report centered around Lively's sexual harassment allegations.
The 87-page lawsuit argues the newspaper used, quote, cherry-picked and altered communication stripped of necessary context and deliberately spliced to mislead. It also accuses the publication of relying heavily on Lively's, quote, unverified and self-serving narrative, while ignoring evidence that could refute her claims. According to the lawsuit, quote, the Times had been quietly working in concert with Lively's team for weeks or months.
By using doctored and manipulated texts and intentionally omitting texts which dispute their chosen PR narrative.
Meanwhile, the New York Times has said it will, quote, vigorously defend against the lawsuit. Baldoni has since accused Ryan Reynolds of giving him, quote, an inappropriate and humiliating berating in front of their celebrity friends. Have you been following the public feud between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni? Share your own takes in the comments below.
Now the defendants will answer for their conduct in federal court.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.